Oh, seven commanders. My name, Commander Will Furian, Foxtrot Echo One. We're here again. Again, can you believe it? It's like 6 days in a row. It's crazy. It's insane. I'm looking a little worn out. I'm getting worn out. But so in any event, there was not a whole lot in the news space today, but we're going to talk about the news, and we're going to talk about the ship build I've been working on, and we're going to see, maybe we'll just go see if we can't get over Tyrannus and poke around in the community goal. But I'm not there. I got to get there, but we got to do the things. Okay. I don't know. Got that sleepy eye. Yeah. I am sleepy today, man. But that's okay. Well, I'll still be able to function normally, because I don't think there's any other gear but sleepy eye gear. So to kick things off today, we're going to talk about this community goal. We'll just get it out of the way. We're going to talk about what it is, what it might mean, what I think, which is the most important thing, right? What I think. Or not. Anyway, so let's go ahead and take a look. We'll get on in there. Let's see where we're at. There it is. Community goals. Cooperate with commanders en masse to reshape the galaxy. Always a very exciting proposition, right? Okay. Exactly. The cat's even excited. She's purring. Okay. Somebody feed the cat. Hey, number one.
Yes, sir.
Feed the cat.
Affirmative, Commander.
Thank you so much. I love it when she helps me out. So, exactly. Yep. Okay. So the Aftermath Trade CG, which means community goal, for those of you that are not in the know. The Achilles Aerospace is requesting Titan drive components to assist their research into Titan's methods of travel. Okay, now if you don't remember, the Titans traveled basically in a comet called a thargoid, and the thargoid delivered the Titan here. Now, what is that? Well, we'll get into what it means in a minute. Let's go ahead and read the rest of this. A spokesperson for Achilles Aerospace had this to say: "We have been limited to observational data alone so far, but that's no longer the case. The remnant of Tyrannus is now accessible, and within it lies the missing component to our work. We urge pilots to venture to the wreckage of the destroyed Titan and try to obtain one of these rare Titan drive components. Achilles Aerospace will pay generously for any that are sold to the block station in the Ethcres system. Experts warn that the Tyrannus site remains extremely dangerous." Okay. Caustic sink should be equipped. They definitely should be equipped. Otherwise, you're going to have to run around the whole thing at 120 heat for like an hour. Okay. And care should be taken due to reports of thargoid ships active in the area. Travel to the remnants of Tyrannus. Travel to the remnants of the Titan Tyrannus and obtain a rare Titan drive component, the Titan drive. Then deliver it to block station in Ethcres system. Any pilot contributing one or more Titan drive components will be granted the following at the conclusion of the initiative. So you only have to bring one, and you get this: Alliance Challenger Circuitry Gold Paint Job. Oh yeah! We need this. And Alliance Chieftain Circuitry Gold Paint Job. Alliance Crusader circuitry gold paint job. The campaign begins on the 21st of March and will run for 2 weeks. 2, not 1, but 2. Okay, commanders, get ready. You got 2 weeks. 07, Highlander, and Strider. 07, my commanders. So the community goal is in full swing. Now it's 2 weeks, so we don't have to rush out there and do it. I mean, I'm in the middle of another project, so but I also may go there. I don't know if I need to move the carrier. There's a lot of things. Today might not be a bad day to move the carrier because by the weekend, everybody and their mother is going to be out there looking for these drive parts. Okay, so if you want a drive part, all the stuff you need to get in there, you already got it. All you need is to go buy a rescue ship and pick up some caustic sinks, and you don't necessarily need to pick up the thargoid pulse neutralizer, but it's not a bad thing to have because there's still 6 Titans to destroy. Now, there is also this weekend, the offensive is starting on Oya already. I don't know if it's how far along they're gonna get, or if there's no mention today of the problem with the plunger being down and taking damage has been repaired. I don't know. I haven't heard anything. Not even mentioned, even since he reported the situation. Those kind of exploits, the devs kind of frown on sharing those, and But since it was public, I'm just like, I'll say it. But otherwise, I wouldn't have said a word about it except to my close circle, right? But yeah, since it's public, and hopefully the Elite Dangerous players are mostly cool. There are bad actors out there, and that would try to ruin the event for everybody. And I'd like to at least have one Titan work the way it's supposed to. It's just I'm getting bored of doing the same thing over and over, and the stretch of time that it takes. Holy sweet gigamooga. It's like 3 solid days, man. If you want to get to, and there are ways to kind of finagle a little bit, but with the Titan getting stuck all the time, it makes that proposition kind of impossible. So, in any event, that's just my 2 CR on the matter. I wanted to say now, with this aftermath, with this trade CG, sounds like you just have to pick up one thing. Now, when they say find, I don't know if they mean to scan around, if it's just going to be something, if it's going to be a selectable target, or you can pick it up. I'm assuming you can pick it up with a limpet. So you're going to want to have a couple things that I noticed in here. The caustic's still heavy, so you want a caustic protected ship. So I personally, if you've got it, I would take a cold Anaconda in there, because the cold Anaconda can hold a hell of a lot more caustic sinks than any other kind of ship. My second ship I would take in there would not be a Chieftain. It would be a Crate 2. Okay? And that one can hold a lot of caustic sinks, but not as many as the Conda can. Okay? Any cold ship with lots of utility slots. And of course you're gonna need limpets. Obviously you're gonna need limpets. And you're gonna need, I don't think you have to do any scanning or anything like that, because scanning doesn't work in the Maelstroms. So at least it did not when the Titan's sitting in it. Definitely scanning. The only kind of scanning you can do is the Titan scanning, and the Titan's gone now. So anyway, so yeah, take a colder ship if you can. The colder ship is only to avoid the active thargoids that are still in the cloud. Okay, so they're not completely gone. I don't know what's in the cloud, how many, I don't know that you're going to get swarmed by, 200 Cyclops and Basilisks and stuff, but, just be prepared for that. So take a gunship. I have the perfect ship for this. This is the one I was using the other day that got almost dead. I have a ship for that, which is actually probably going to be the best bet for me on that situation. But we'll look at that. Like I said, it's no rush. It's 2 weeks, but I definitely suggest picking one of these up. And the reason I say that is because I was talking about this. I just looked, and I was actually talking about this very situation in right here, March 30th, 2023. I did one of my podcasts that I do every so often. I haven't done one in a while, I'll admit, but because I've kind of traded the podcast for this program, right? So this is kind of my podcast, and then I go play the game too. So yeah, I was talking about this back on May 30th, and basically what I was saying is that we need fast travel to the galaxy, and this is what I believe they're working towards. Now, I don't think that I, in particular, made this happen or anything like that. I'm not trying to take credit for anything. All I'm saying is I was talking about this a long time ago, and I'm sure other commanders were as well. So don't get it in your weird ass head that I'm saying anything bad about you or your family or your cousins or your Thargoid friends or whatever. Okay? Because I know somebody will get offended if I don't stipulate that I understand. But I was talking about this back then. And basically what I was saying was, you know how they point out every once in a while how much of the galaxy that we have looked at? It was 0.006%. Okay? That means two things. We've explored a lot, but we haven't explored diddly, right? It's kind of a double-edged thing because we, the commanders, we do go explore, but the problem with exploration is like it would be in real life. It's incredibly boring when you're sitting out in space for a long, long, long time. Now, some people document their journeys. Some people go to Beagle Point. Some people go to Sagittarius. These are all great goals. You can go do that, and it's like you've accomplished something, right? You made a goal. I got to Beagle Point. I got to the center of the galaxy. I went around and I went, 50 million light years in whatever direction, right? That's all great, but those are personal goals. Okay, so my suggestion was that they put in, whether it's stargates or whatever, and I did mention thargoids. I said thargoids can literally fold space. Why can't we just steal their technology and do it? I mean, we stole everything else. Now we've got nanite freaking torpedoes we stole from the Guardians and then fused it with thargoid technology. That's another thing that confuses me, and why the thargoids have not yet defeated those nanite torpedoes. You would think these guys are supposed to be super smart, right? And they're still not trying to contact us, so why didn't they do that? But anyway, yes, I was talking about this because the only way, if Elite Dangerous truly wants to be explored, they can't do it realistically. Okay, there's no way in hell. Okay, the game will die before a 1% is achieved if they don't, do something. Because one, it's hard to keep people's interest when, for that long period of a time doing one thing, right? So that's why I change up all the stuff I do all the time. Because otherwise I would get bored out of my skull and just quit, which I have in the past. But you got to switch it up. You got to do something different. You got to do something new. You got to do the work, get your ship built, get out there, get to getting. If you don't get to getting, then you're just going to quit. And that's fine too. What most people do is they go to a different game or they try something new. Or they go, oh, let's try Starfield. Oh, that game. Oh, I don't know. It's not like Elite. And then they come back. Or they go to Star Citizen. Oh, God, my computer's a potato. I can't even run this thing, or whatever. And plus that game hasn't released yet in any stable fashion. So, but there's lots of other space games. People try other space games, but the thing is that there's some games you might like. You might like EVE Online if you're big into guilds, to corporations, running with a pack, doing all that, doing adventures all the time. There are people out there like that. There's even people like that in Elite Dangerous. It's just that the things that they do don't necessarily work for me. I mean, there's people that run PvP tournaments. There's Alec Turner does all kinds of weird shit. Bucky, I don't know if he's the buckyball guy, but there's races, there's all kinds, there's parkours, there's all kinds of fun stuff you can do. It's just whether or not you're interested in that, and those don't happen all the time. So something like this, where it's a CG, where you get to go, they really just want us to see what they made out there, right? That's how they coax us over. Hey, come on, you guys, come look at this thing. This is cool. Yeah, we want you to know we're cool. Okay, don't look at those Titans not working. Stop that. Come over here now. Come over here. Stay away from Oya. Don't touch Oya. Just leave Oya alone. Oya is knitting a sweater for you right now. Just you come over here. They like to distract us, and we fall for it. I'm actually not interested in Oya right yet, but I do need to get over there. I gotta start watching the hearts, right? So I gotta start watching the hearts, because I just want the thing I really want. I like the decals. Anybody that knows me knows I love decals and logos and all that. I'm a big fan, big fan of that. And I seem to be the only one. But hey, 07, who's that? Who came in? Highlander again? 07. You need another 07, buddy? Yeah, I got you, man. I got you. You get your 07s on. All right, so get over there. So you got the information, right? Get over there. I'll try to leave a link in the video description to the actual CG, so you can read it for yourself if you'd like. Otherwise, I have shown it. I have talked about it. And I have talked about it more than once. I've talked about it a long time ago, like a year ago. I was chit-chatting about this very thing. The only way to get us out there is to let us fold space, or whatever they want to call it. If they're gonna give us a Thargoid to jump on and take off and go, fine. Let's go on some Thargoids. Now, it's gonna be completely painful. Don't you worry, because the Thargoid, wherever it came from, traveled a really, really long way. Also, now that we have this technology, we should be able to determine where they came from. Dun, dun, dun. Did you think of that one? You should be able to reverse engineer that, see where that star drive went from. Or whatever part, whatever it is. I'm just saying, in general. Okay? That star drive, that Thargoid came from somewhere. Those star drive parts know where that place was. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. I mean, there's a lot of things you could figure out about the Thargoids. Mostly when we get technology, we just figure out ways to hurt them. But there's a lot you could learn from that technology. They should be using that technology to give us better armor, better guns, better everything, better module support. All that worthless armor they've got laying around should be upgraded and fixed. And the meta alloys should be our main defense against Thargoids, but it needs to be worked on, and it needs to be pre-engineered or whatever, so that we can just have it and then go shoot Thargoids in the face. Okay, that's really, and then of course, assuming the tech is going to be around. So when I say tech, I mean there's game loops for every kind of Thargoid encounter. Like the Spire Sites is a game loop. The invasions are a game loop. The alerts are a game loop. These are all game loops that are cool, right? But we don't know if and when we take down all 8 Thargoids, if that tech is going to remain somewhere in the game or not. Okay? And the way these guys work, they don't know yet either. So, they're like, I don't know what their numbers look like. So whatever their numbers are telling them, they're thinking, well, only so many people like this and that. I know why so many people like this and that. They don't seem to know. They just look at their numbers. Maybe they do. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, the Guardian stuff, should have been the protection. But here's the thing. Here's a philosophy I believe that FDev follows. FDev does not like to nerf. Nerfing is bad, right? No player likes nerfing. But bringing things up would make it too. If they brought the thargoids up to meet the Guardian tech, then the thargoids would be too hard for pretty much anybody that doesn't have Guardian tech. Now, they don't want that. They kind of want the old tech to be able to work. The Guardian tech still works, okay? But it's just that you have to be more diligent in repairing it. And you have to repair it to like 1% so that you can get another volley, or you have to have some sort of station support. Guardian tech still works, okay, in most places. Doesn't work at a Maelstrom. Don't bring Guardian tech in that damn Maelstrom. I don't care what it is. Just don't do it. Now, on the Spire sites, you can bring it, but it's going to get damaged a lot. If you bring it to an invasion, you can use it because you usually have something to protect you. You can use unless the glaives come, and they only if the glaives come and they either get a hold of you or they come in berserk mode. In berserk mode, they just kind of have this huge thing that just kills all Guardian tech. Okay, they're pretty nasty little devils. Those little glaives are not fun. They're great. They're awesome. They're awesome enemies, but they just have way too many powers. They have way too many. That's like having the whole Super Friends in one guy, right? And then he just runs around and just lays waste, right? He doesn't do you a lot of physical damage, but he sure the hell jacks your ship up. So now, yeah, the Guardian stuff is pretty cool, but like I said, once. The weird thing is that they gave us the technology to have 6 Guardian weapons on our ships, and then after that they took the ability away to use them fairly quickly, right? So they gave us the tech. Everybody built shard condas and plasma charger condas and all that, and the next thing you know, whoomp, glaive. It's like, why did you guys do that? You totally, I mean, you can still run a shard conda, just can't do it anywhere near the Guardian, near the Thargoid stuff, right? So, okay, whatever. It is what it is, right? All right, so I'm going to talk to you today. We're going to move on to the next thing. Are we? Yes, we are. We need to go back into Elite here. Oh, that's the wrong one. It's not the one I wanted. Get away from me. I want you. You. Oh, look, there's my sweet bomber ship. So, as one does, I worked on this ship for a few more hours after the stream yesterday. We're getting pretty far. I'll go ahead and load it up. And we'll take a look at the Masamune here. Masamune. We'll look at him. Take a look. I think I got quite a bit of it done. Yesterday, all we had gotten done was the frame shift drive. Now, so we're going to look at what we have on it right now. We still have these hard points. These hard points will probably get changed out. I'm not happy with them. Plus, I'm having, if you look down on the bottom there, I'm having a power issue. So that, but I'm also not done engineering the ship. So that may go away, even with these guns, but we'll see. Now, the utility mounts, I haven't worked on those. I did work on a bunch of the Core Eternal. So I always work on hull and armor last because I need the slots right. Some of the slots right now I need for fuel scoop and a booster so I can get my parts quicker, right? So I'm using them. So the power plant, I have it down to a low emissions, thermal spread, level 5, grade 5 power plant. It makes it run super cold. It already now, even with it not being finished, it already runs at the same temperature or lower than the Imperial Clipper build. The thrusters, clean drive tuning, thermal spread. This thing still runs at over 540 right now. It still runs over like 543 at full boost, and that's fast enough to outrun pretty much anything. anything you're going to encounter in a maelstrom, this will probably save your ass from that. So then frameshift drive, this is what I bought yesterday. We went and got the parts and showed you guys how to do dumb stuff. And then we also, I didn't finish this one yet. I need the parts. I'm going to go get parts probably today. I'll go get parts. I need parts to finish off the miscellaneous lightweight life support. Power distributor, got it done. Charge enhanced super conduits. Now this is one part that I may have to adjust if my power issues are not resolved by the time I get done with this build. Okay, so the only thing I might change on here is I might change the super conduits to monstered, and that's only to just give a little bit more power, because we're not much over. We're just a little, like I said, this all is dependent on what this will be. Like the very last thing I look at is if I do every single thing that I want to do this ship and it doesn't fix the power problem, I will fix the power problem. I will go to a monstered version of this and see if, I think it's this that goes monstered. One of these things goes monster. Or super conduit, is this one, is the power, no, the power distributor, I don't know. Well, if it's not the power distributor, it's the power plant. One of the two. Might be the power plant. Maybe that's the one I'm going to go monstered on. Yeah, probably. Yeah, it's probably the power plant. Sorry about that. Not the distributor, the power plant. I'll take it to monstered and see if that helps. Give me a little bit more oomph. That'll heat it up, but it won't heat it up. It won't heat it up 5 degrees, and that's fine. If it runs at 18, 19, 17, I'm good. All right, sensors. Now the sensors, I didn't finish those yet either. Almost got them done. Need some more parts. I'm gonna go get them, and then that's it for that. So the internals are all goofy right now, okay, because they're not even close. Now I'm gonna leave this. Now I can engineer that 5C, and I may do that. I don't know what you can even. I've never even looked at engineering a 5C Olympic controller before, but since this one can't carry the 7. I went with the 5. Okay. The fuel scoop's coming out of there. This is coming out of there. This will drop the power as well. See, so I don't want to make any changes yet. I'm going to wait and see, because these are coming off of there. Fuel scoop and the Guardian frame shift drive booster. You can't have that anyway. If I go even near the thargoids right now, they'll be all over me like a duck on a June bug. So these two right here were module. These will be, oh, yeah, these will be modules. I'm sorry.
Modules.
No, not you. I mean, these will be hull stuff, reinforcement. I kept saying module because I kept reading the word module on the screen. All right, so hull reinforcement packages, or whatever it is. There'll be 2 of those up there. There'll be 5s, and they'll be engineered. I haven't engineered any of the hull stuff. I do that last. Because I want all the, usually what I'll do is I'll wait till last. I'll swap these parts out, move my carrier over by Celine Jean, and just live there until I get all these modules done. It may take a day or 2. I don't know. We'll see. And then the advanced docking computer, which I wish I could engineer that to just play the game for me, but it doesn't work. I've tried. It doesn't work. So anyway, that's where we're at with the Orca Titan bomber. And you can see some stuff is very excited. So yeah, no shields, none of that crap. Well, this thing will be a beast. I'm pretty sure I'm still going to be able to do it. Even if all else fails and I can't get the power situated, what I'll do is I'll change over in this panel on the modules. I'll just change the modules so that it turns, when I deploy the weapons, that it turns things off that I don't need, and it should bring the power down within range. We used to have to do that on the Python. Long ago, we used to have to do that, where we'd set some modules to turn themselves off when we pulled the guns out, so that we could continue to fight without. That's what these priorities are for. There's certain things you have to have on one, but there are certain things you could turn off. So, like, one trick you could do is say, okay, put this missile rack on 2, And if there's a problem, it could turn off that missile rack, but you still have one missile rack you could use, and that may shunt the power because we're at 110%. That's way too high. I need to bring it down way lower. So we're gonna find out. We will find out. I just don't know yet. You could, like the frame shift drive booster, you don't have to have that on while you're fighting, so you could turn that off, or you could just set it to 2, and then when your guns come out, it'll shut off the frame shift drive. You're not going to be able to frame shift drive immediately out of the maelstrom anyway. And once you put your weapons away, the frame shift will come back on by itself. You don't have to deal with it. Your power distributor, you can't do anything with that. Life support, yeah, I probably don't want to screw with that. The Guardian torpedo, I've got it on 2 right now. Whether or not this even ends up at the end of the day with a Guardian torpedo will be up for grabs, because like I said, as long as there's a rule of 1 on the the vent side, where you shoot the vent torpedo, as Highlander likes to call them, then having one on your ship is not really that important, because you're not going to be the one shooting the vents with it anyway. Now, if you're in a solo instance, obviously you got to have one, but you wouldn't want to turn that off. You'd want that to be a 1. Fuel scoop obviously can turn off when you're in combat. You can turn that off. Frame shift drive. What was the other thing I was just talking about? Did I say something wrong? Oh, the Guardian frame shift drive booster won't even be in here. I was thinking that was this frame shift drive, which is this one. This one can be on 2. Okay. Cargo hatch, don't need it all. Caustic sink launchers. Now, this caustic sink launchers, once you get, well, you know, at Oya, once you get past the caustic, you can turn off all the caustic sinks if you want. So that's why that's on that. The repair limpet controller, you only need that if you're going to be firing limpets, so you can turn that down. You can, you know, all these things that you can do, you can turn them all off. Now, the advanced docking computer, you're not going to be docking at a Titan. So there's that. Thargoid pulse neutralizer, you only need that to get through the barrier. Once you get through the barrier, you don't need that anymore. You can shut it off. Sensors, you need those. Not well, kind of, you do. Heat sink launchers. I have them at 2, but I would probably leave these at 1 because you're going to need them. And then your canopy, these you would actually need in combat. But with all those things, if I bring out the weapons, the ship should still function as intended. Okay, but it's not ready to really be tested. We will go through a testing phase on this, and I will make my final adjustments soon. As soon as I get her done. I got a lot of parts left to do. I got to go shopping. I got to go do some more shopping and get some more parts, and we'll be out there, okay? So, and then we will move over to Oya. Like I said, if Oya goes under full engagement, I need to get over there just to get my 2 million, right? But if otherwise, if it's just like a normal week, well, let me see if we can even see anything from here. I don't know. Let me just see if I can even get a bead on what's going on right now. Okay, we're gonna look at Oya. Okay, it's not showing me the thing. We gotta actually go over there. So I'm gonna have to go over there to get the actual. It says it's down to 27. That's still a lot of damn systems. But there's no, I think what they were saying is there's no invasions and no alerts. So we are on the upper hand on this one. But that's still a lot of systems to go head to head with the Titan just yet. I mean, they could do it, but it just take them a month of Sundays. And these guys don't do that. They actually go in, they try to clear out they're clearing out the trash mobs, right? It's just like a real raid, in like any other MMO, like World of Warcraft or whatever, right? So this is a raid. We're getting ready to go see the raid boss, but first we got to get rid of all his protections. And yeah, I mean, if he had some other modes too, that'd be nice. That would have been nice. I wish they would have had like a secondary mode where when he starts getting closer, he starts getting desperate and he'll do some other attack that we don't know about. That would have been kind of neat. Obviously, that will cut out a lot of the people, but a lot of the people don't even want to go that far. They just want to see it, or they just want to get in there and look at it and go, ooh, pretty. Or they want to go in there and get their 2 million so they can get their little sticker. Okay, those are all fair. Okay, we can do that. So I don't know which one I'm going to do yet, but I know I need to get over to Tyrannus. I think what I'll do is I'll move. I got to take a... I'll have to take a ship out there. Not this one, though. We'll take a ship back over to Oya, or to Cygnus Prime, my carrier, and we will see if we can't get that carrier moved over near Tyrannus so we can do this event. Actually, where is that place? What is that place called? I'm wondering if I might have to pick up and I don't want to forget to do it. So let's see. It's Ethgreze. Ethgreze. Block. Ethgreze and block. So let's do this. Let's go out of here. Oh, we're going to get the ship. We're going to get the ship we need. The ship we need is the Synergy, because he's a good traveler and he'll stays out of trouble. And he's pretty fast. All right, so now we want to go to here. We'll go over here. Type in that word, Ethgreze. E-T-H-G-R-E-Z-E. Ethgreze. Ah, yep, it's got the symbol. It's got the little blue guy, which means there's a community goal there. Yep, there it is. And now it's a yeller symbol, but it's the same thing. All right, so this is the station that's got whatever we got. Let's go. I'm gonna go over there and see what we got. So we'll go over to Ethgreze first. A block station. How many jumps was that? 3 jumps. So that's not even bad. Let's go. That's parked. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Rock and roll. I was looking for some of those jobs yesterday, Strider, for couriers. There are some. I don't know. They don't say what they pay, though. That's the only thing.
Disengage from landing pad. Exit station quickly.
And I'm kind of scared. A lot of that stuff, when you see it on Indeed and LinkedIn, a lot of it, a fair amount of it, turns out to be scams. Or they try to get you to purchase something, and then they'll send you a check, and the check will bounce. It's like, I don't even want to deal with any of that. I'll go to McDonald's before I do that. Alright, there we go. Oh boy, we are cold. Cold, baby. Come on. Warm up a little bit. Boy, she's wiggling and wobbling. Alright, let's get out of here. It'll calm down. It just gets a little wonky. I just got to get the stick warmed up a little bit. Get some of that grease moving real nice.
Adjusting
for
for
parcel. Yeah, I'm gonna look some more. I just started looking yesterday afternoon, and I didn't find. I was actually looking at auto parts stuff because I can deliver an auto part. You don't have to be a mechanic to deliver auto parts. So, all right, let's see what we got here. We're gonna take these 3 jumps. Get on over there. Pick up that community goal, because I am 100% down with traveling further. It's probably gonna, the pain will probably come in as far as the amount of time it will take. So if you want to go, say this is for shits and giggles, let's say it's 10,000 or more light years per jump. Yeah, they'll make you wait like 4 hours or something ridiculous to get there or something. It'll be terrible, but at least we'll be able to do it. Yeah, I was looking at auto parts, because there's a couple auto parts stores There's actually 2 right down the street from me. I would have 0 problem delivering parts for them. But I'm thinking I might just go into the store and do it. Because I don't feel like... Because on the digital fronts, it has all my computer. I have too much. I'm overqualified for this job. But if they pay good, I don't give a shit.
Frame shift drive charging.
If they pay good and I can deliver per parcel or whatever, I will do it. I've got a car, so I still have a car. I haven't got rid of that yet. So as long as I still have a car, I can do, you know, I could even go like Grubhub or Uber or Lyft or whatever. There's lots of food delivery things.
Hull integrity is within limits. All other
The
systems
difference
are now
is
at
that
normal
with
levels.
the groceries and with the food orders, you have to deal with real humans sometimes. They're not always super fun people, right? At least with the parts store, you just kind of go in. It's kind of like Highlander with the gas truck. You know, he goes in there, delivers the gas, says, "Here's my bill of lading, give me my money," or whatever, and then he gets out. That's kind of what I like that idea. But I don't want to drive a semi. I'm not. You don't want me to drive a semi. So yeah. So I did. I went and looked for that kind of gig yesterday, and I will look again some more. I still have some time before I have to do it, so I'm not like in a huge rush, but I do need to start familiarizing myself with the landscape so I know what I'm looking at. But it does sound like an easy enough thing for me to do, and if it is what you said, if it's anywhere close to what you said, 1,000 a week or whatever, that's more than I need. That's a lot. That's good. That's a good amount. And then I get to put some miles on my car. My car is still under 600 miles since I bought it, which was back in, what was it, September-ish? So I'm not exactly burning up the miles here, but it is a lease. So, I mean, but if everything works out, I wouldn't be putting that many miles on it anyway. But there might be opportunities for longer distance traveling, you know, not like to another state, but just long, you know, further away where maybe it pays more because it's farther. Yeah, I looked at those 2 yesterday, pharmacies, yes. Yeah, they do. They have pharmacy. A lot of those, though, they want you to be some sort of a customer care, though. They want you to be kind of in that field of expertise, too, of taking care of people in case they have a lot of questions or whatever. I don't know. But, yeah, I did look at it. And I'm very interested.
Lincoln, Foxtrot Echo One. Stockholm welcomes you to Alliance Space.
So I did look at that.
In and around the starport.
Alrighty. Let's talk to this guy about getting a parking spot. Can we get a parking spot?
Request approved. Adjust
Okay.
heading for approach to pad 15.
07s.
Automated approach authorized.
07.
All clear, Commander.
07. Gotcha. Stop talking. Let me in the damn station. Yeah, so I'm pretty stoked though if they allow us to go huge distances, whether it's with the carrier. I would prefer it would be with the carrier, but you know, or plus that would get a bunch of the carriers out of the damn bubble. That's for sure. Because realistically, you don't really having a carrier in the bubble is a little bit tricky.
Landing gear deployed.
It clogs up. It just makes for traffic jams all the time. They just need to have a better way to do that to where it doesn't cause traffic, so that everybody can just park wherever the hell they want. On the mission board, I believe we should have a community goal. We do. Here it is. Aid Achilles Aerospace in researching Titan travel technology. Block station. And then that's it. So basically, you got to go get the part. And they don't tell you much about how to get this part. I'm assuming you're just going to need to look around for it. I heard they're not easy to find in the scuttlebutts, but who cares? All right, so you okay, so you do want to sign up, and then obviously there's levels, so you can get levels of credits. So depending on how many you deliver, you get more stuff. So I'm going to sign up. I'm signing up. Let's sign up. We got 2 weeks to get the stuff, guys. So it should take away. Can I get... Hold on a minute. Can't read what you're saying there. Can you get... See, they put this little stupid... Let me see if I can... Oh, good. Okay, can you get ED on PS5 digital? You can get Elite Dangerous on PS5, but it's not this version. It's the previous version, Horizon. So you wouldn't be able to do the thargoidy stuff, not to the level that I do it. They stopped all support for PS and Xbox about 2 years ago. And as far as I know, I mentioned this in another stream, but I already said, like, you know, I already was like mentioning that they should seriously consider bringing it back to the current gen consoles, Xbox X or whatever, and the 5, because those machines should be able to handle this stuff, and that should be fine. But yeah, no, they don't currently. No, you can't get this version of it, but you can play. You can play the old version. All right, so we are signed up, folks, and we need to go over to the carrier. Think we can make it? I don't know. It's in Thargoid territory, so we'll have to see what happens. The last ship I tried to take back through there was not pretty. Let me get to the Galaxy Man. Yeah. And then we gotta go. We'll go ahead and move out of Kara for now. And we'll go ahead and move over to somewhere near. I don't have to go to the carrier to do this, do I? If I go over here, I should be able to send it wherever I want without me even going home. Surprised Highlander didn't pipe up and say something right away. If we go to carrier management, I think I can send it wherever I want right from here. Well, that is really loud. Okay, navigation, open galaxy map. Boy, that is some serious music. Boys, we might need to equalize that a little bit. Holy buckets. All right, so now I want to look at here and go over by Tyrannus. Ooh, Tyrannus is out there. All right, so now we got to find a spot. They're still green out here. Why is there still green? And it's also not letting me... Oh, carrier destination? Is this a carrier? Can this be a destination? I think you can go right into Hades now. Let's see if there's carriers in there. Oh, geez, there sure are. There's a whole bunch of carriers in there. Look at all them bad boys. You used to not be... During the war, you couldn't do this, but now you can. Yeah, this place is full up. Well, I could still say. But I don't know where it'll put me, but I can go right in there. Let's go... Tyrannus, and then just set it as a destination. Sure does. Alright, there's that music again. That is some serious music, man. Yeah, that sound file is a little bit up there. I don't think it's... I think it's ignoring the volume controls I have set. All right, so we already did the deal. Now we can. We're sending the carrier right into next door to Tyrannus. So we'll have to see. We don't know. I don't know at this point how far away I'll be, but we might as well move it now. I'm not going back there right now. So yeah, there you go, guys. What time is it? 54 minutes. All right. So I'm just thinking, what else am I going to do today? I got to go parts. I got to go get parts. I got to do stuff. I got my carrier over there. I can go mess around with that later. We talked about the community goal today. I'm not going to do a super long stream today. As a matter of fact, I'm going to have some lunch, and then I'm going to work on my ship some more. But I do have the community goal set up, and I doubt that this community goal will be on the PS5. Oh, yes, it will. It did? Oh, come on. Did it fail? Well, I would have figured it out eventually. It doesn't want to go there, but maybe they turned it off this week. Let me get out of this thing where, oh, that thing gets loud, man. It's scary. Oh, you're right. It did fail. I didn't even see it. You know, they could give you a beep or something. They could beep it for you. Say, oh, by the way, psych. Psych. None for you. I would have figured it out eventually. But, wait, why did my carrier go over there? It's not like I'm going rushing out there anyway. They could give you a beep. Something. Anything? Wah, wah. None of that for you. You cannot go there, you fool. Let's see. See, look. It says I can do it. Okay, let me go in here. See if it'll let me in. Look, there's other carriers here. There's lots of them. I'm never going to get to that one. So I'm going to say, let's see, what's this one? I got one guy. One guy's down. This is probably literally a gazillion miles. So this has only got 3, 8, 16, 8. Oh, 8, and let's see if it'll go to... It says it'll do it. Let's see if it does it. Nope. Okay, now that time I seen it. Oh! Here comes the music again. Oh no! No! Stop! Stop! Stop with the loud music already. Okay. All right. Whew. I got headphones on, guys. So sorry, but that stuff's overpowering. All right. Fine. All right. We'll try one more time. We're gonna try one more. Let's try one more. These guys are a handful. What if I say, let's see, that one's only got 5. That's a long way probably from the... I'd be better off going to a completely different system at this point. Let's go back. All right, fine. I won't go in there, but I can't go to any of these green ones either. Now, they may have changed that. There was a tick today, so... Let's see, where's pretty close? Let's go right. See if we can get in this one. Oh, I've been in there. Yep, that's what I'm doing. Oh, this one says it's full too. Yeah, that system needs a little bit of polish, guys. Come on. Alright, so it's not letting me do that one. What about this one? Yeah, okay, we're going to Sino City or whatever. Holy cow. I mean, the music's cool, don't get me wrong. I'm not mad about the music. That shit is loud. That's louder than me. Which is pretty loud. Alright, thank you for the tunes. Okay, now, 100%, we're going to double check our work. We're just going to make sure, oh, can't do it here. I'm so used to doing it over here. Over here, we go to carrier management, and let's just make sure, next jump, Sino City. 20, oh, so the jump times are already up to 30 minutes, boys. So if you want to move your carriers, you better get to getting. So thanks, Eric. 07's to you, by the way. I'm not going to stay on super long today because there's nothing. I've got work to do that I don't necessarily need to share on stream. And, you know, I already shared what we need to talk about, all that. So if you missed any of it, you might want to rewind the video after I get done here. Okay? And on that note, I'm going to call it right here, right now. If something exciting happens, or I get that damn orca built, 07 to you, my friend. If I get that orca built, oh yeah, I'll be all over the airwaves just showing that sucker off, because that orca is going to be sweet. Now, like I said, too, I also need to go over to Oya to see what is going on over there. I don't think that they're going to be able to take it down this weekend. I said that last weekend, but I don't. There's still 27 systems in control by that place. It's got very extremely high defense right now. So anyway, guys, get out there, get that part, because you need that part. That part could be the difference between you being able to travel long distance or not. They usually don't do that to us, but sometimes they might. So make sure you go get that part, or several of them, whatever you want to do, and turn it in to the guys over at the Epic or whatever, the Epoch or what. I keep wanting to say Last Epoch, at whatever station that was. Okay, and pick it up. So, and like I said, I'll try to put a link in the video for what's going on. Don't forget to, check out my backlog of videos on the YouTube if you want to see anything else I've talked about all week. I've been going like a bat out of hell on Elite, so lots has been talked about. So if you want to learn more, know more, see more, hear more, enjoy more of me or my ramblings, please feel free to check out the and look under the live section if there's a tab for live. Most of my stuff's in live. So anyway, that's all I got, guys. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your Thursday. I'm going to go job hunting, and I will talk to you guys very soon. 07.